Hi everyone, so today I have a new collection that Spellbinders has launched on their site, the little Wonderland collection. I believe it's called Winter Wonderland, Cocoa Wonderland. Super cute. There are quite a few pieces in this kit or this collection. I have a few to share with you today, but there are like some calendars and I think there's like a little card with like a bundle of things on top, all these cute things. But these are the ones that I have for us today. And so I will say Spellbinders did send these items free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have in the description box for the US and the UK will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items through those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. So what I have here from the collection are the snow notes, the Cocoa Wonderland, and this little background better press plate, and then the sentiments. So the snow notes is just so cute because they're like little snow people, and they have their little books, you know, their little chorus books here, and singing. They have their little scarves, fa la la la. This over here belongs over here, and ooh, I think this does too. Okay, these pieces are over here, and their little arms and all that cute stuff. Super cute. Nice size. I don't know if you can tell by the size of my hand, but like these little guys are like almost 3 inches tall, and then, you know, the other two are a little bit smaller than that, right? And then this guy makes a really fun mug, so I try to put it in a way that makes sense. So this is like, it looks like Santa, right? So you have the little face, and you have his little mustache there to go with the beard, a little cute scalloped edge that goes there, some decoration, you know, decorative piece on that. You have your whipped cream. You have like ornaments and like little gifts, little tree. This tree has his little, you know, trunk back there. You have this ornament here, some different pieces that are going to help you, you know, flesh this out with the eyes and everything. And then decorative centers for, you know, different pieces here. Super cute. Again, for the little cheeks and like the eyebrows, they're all in here and stuff like that. And his little nose, right? All those different things. Adorable. And then this background is just so pretty with the little snowflakes all over. And generally what I do is I link for everything that's new in July, and then also just for this collection. So the links there will pop you over and you can see everything. Because like I said, this has more pieces in it. But this is about 4 3/8, probably by 5 5/8. Yeah. So definitely A2 size. I might use this in a fun way today because not everybody has a better press, and obviously if you're ordering a better press plate, it's probably because you have a better press or a glimmer, right? You can put this in the glimmer. I think I'm gonna just ink it up and just use my hand to show you how you can just use that as a stamp, right? It's not gonna be as crisp as better pressing it or as glimmering it, but it'll be really cool. And my goodness, oh. Then we have these sentiments. Sorry, I started coughing, and so I paused. Merry Christmas, season's greetings, joyful Noel, warm winter wishes, and merry and bright. And then with that better press, you can cut them all out at once. Of course, I'll bring the better press out for that. So just showing you a couple different ways. I do want to show you something that's really fun, because you might think a lot of times with the items that have pieces, you're not sure how to put it together, those kinds of things. And I always recommend whenever you pop over, if you use my link, I would really appreciate it. When you go to the product page, look at the images, and in the images you'll see these cute papers that look like this, or images that look like this, should I say, and you can print them out. So this is the one for like the Steamboat Willie, and I just printed it out, even though I already made my video on it and I already know how to put it together, but I thought, you know what, for future reference, might as well print those out. And I will show you, they have it for this. So what you want to do is highlight that one, like click on that picture, right click on it and open it in a new tab. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And then when it's in a new tab, you can print it. A lot of times if you try to just click on it, it's just going to enlarge it in a weird way, and it doesn't give you the options of printing. So try to just leave it the way it is, right click, and then let your, you know, computer tell you the different options you have. And you want to open a new tab or open a new window, and then you can print it there, and it'll print out like this. So, or save the image, you can do that too. But see, so we have the one for snow notes, and actually, what else did I print out? I was like, might as well give, okay, Cocoa Wonderland is right here. Isn't that cute? So all the different ways that you can kind of decorate or just have fun with. And so it definitely will show you all that information. I don't know, because a lot of times I don't have the item that you would receive if you were to purchase it, if the carrier has that much information. You know, it does usually look a little bit different. So today we're going to do the snow notes, I think, but just keep that in mind. All right, well, I'm going to grab a card base, some paper, some inks, and then, you know, we'll get started. Okay, I think I'm going to do a black card base, because why not? So Excuse me, so I just have some black cardstock here, and unfortunately this paper, I think is A4 size, so I can't cut it the way I need to in here quite yet. So what I'm going to do is cut it over here. It's going to be cut at 4 1/4. Excuse me. So 4 1/4 by 11, and A2, A4, I'm using has a weird sizing, so I'm just going to swing this arm out and cut it at 11. The reason I brought out the guillotine is because I wanted to use that a little bit more, but I forgot that this paper is kind of funky, so okay. And then I'm going to use a blue background, light blue paper. Let's not lose that. And I'm going to cut that at 5 3/8. And this does have a sound to it. There you go. By 4 1/8. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. And again, I'm just going to make this fun as background. So what I'm going to do is grab this guy. I'm not even going to take it off of this carrier. Again, I get samples, so it looks something like this, but yours would have a nice carrier and all that. And I'm just going to grab some blue ink. And we're just going to use our hands, so it's just going to be very organic and kind of fun in the background. And I think I'm going to make my card landscape. Anyway, you still want to make sure you get ink all over. And just put this paper down however. And I'm just going to rub my hand. So since I did get ink all over the side, I don't really want to get it all over my fingers right now. So I'm just going to be kind of chill. You can definitely use a brayer. Obviously this is the back of the paper. If I get ink on it, it's not the biggest deal. And just trying to do that. And look at that. It's very pretty. And I just want you to see it's not pristine and perfect like it would be if you were to better press it, but it looks very cool regardless. Let me wash my hands. I'll wipe this off. Guys, sometimes I just don't, you know, my brain is like fried for some reason. So we cut our card base 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. That's the last thing I should have done. I was in my mind, I was like, get to the guillotine, you know. So anyway, scored it at 5 1/2. And I just washed my hands. I got a little water on there. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to glue that down. So actually our card's going to open like this since I'm doing landscape, which will be really fun. So I just glue that down. And that is that. So I did bring out some white cardstock, obviously, for our characters. Shimmery white cardstock would be really cute. Something different. Do you want them all, you know, matching? Do you want them to wear different scarves? Whatever it is that you want, we'll do with that. But I'm going to run that through probably a fun color, maybe something red. Something like that. The guy in the middle has the chorus book, so I think I'll cut this out of black paper, which I still have right here. This from white paper, the inside of the book. The little noses, you know, facial features, all that. So out of some orange. Oh, I will say, you know what, this piece is from these guys. Remember I said, oh, I think it belongs to this, but then this one has its own. This is for the background piece for like the eyes and the mouth and everything. So this does belong to the Snow Notes, and I'll show you. It's this portion here and this portion here. So it's basically for the buttons and for the mouth. So all you have to do is stick that in the background. So black also on that. And then the little arms, I'll just run through some brown, you know, cardstock just so it looks like wood. I will say with these guys, you can see they have some different pieces. So if you want it to look like, you know, a little darker because it goes around the neck, under the, you know, the face or however. So you can run this through 2 different colors or whatever you want to do. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I will say that one piece that does the buttons and the mouth, you're going to want to run that 3 times because although the noses and the little arms all cut out at once, that piece you are going to run through a couple times. So for each of these characters, we have that little black strip and then the little portion that goes behind their mouth. So just, you know, put glue kind of close to that area. That's how I would handle that. And this is the back side of them. So of course, glue that and the little mouth. Oh, I put glue too far out, but that's okay. Okay, so for all 3 of them, I'll do the same thing. Okay, no different there. Just turn those over and pop on these areas. Maybe I'll just put glue in the middle because I know for sure that'll hit that area. And then the mouth, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, so we have those 3. And while I have this out, I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on here. And then our little book piece that has like little lines there so you can line it up, not like I did. There we go. Cute. That's adorable. Actually, you can give it some depth too if you wanted to bend it, right? Okay, so we have that. And then our little carrot mouth here. Carrot mouth. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? The little nose there. I don't know if it matters which one goes where. They do have some images here. It looks like the shorter ones, like this one's facing the right way. So there's a little tiny spot there for you with the embossing that you can kind of see where it goes. So that goes there. And I'm just looking at the shape of the nose as far as which one goes where. This guy goes in the middle. He's the bigger guy. And then this one's over here, okay? So, again, this is one of the shorter noses. And it's facing the way you would want it to kind of... It's kind of curving in the way that you're thinking it should go. And this larger one goes right down in here. Cute. Okay, and then we have these guys, and I did run them through blue actually, so I thought, let's have it coordinate with the background. And so I guess the darker piece would be the piece that goes around the neck like this. We have 2 lighter ones. That's interesting. I think you're supposed to do 2 of them. One of these twice. Does that make sense? Because you don't have another one that goes across the center like this, you know? Like this one. So I know that one goes there. This one goes here. But it also goes here, it looks like. So that's kind of odd. Maybe... I'll say just not run it again. Let me see. Yeah, no, that's how it is. So I can see on here that there's 2 that go across the neck, but not a 3rd one. Huh. Okay. So what I'm thinking is maybe I do these 2 this way and then just use one of these for this guy. This one. And that's fine. Oh yeah, let's just do that. And maybe I don't even make them different colors like here, you know? Maybe I just do the blue or whatever. So, let's see, this one. And that's if you want to make it exactly what they're showing. You don't have to do that, of course. This guy also has one that's just kind of going out this way. And this guy has like 2 pieces, which is the one that's kind of like blowing in the wind. Plus this other little piece. Okay, so then I have all these extra ones that we can use later on a different card. That is interesting though. I don't know why they would have done all those, but not that second one, right, on here. Or 3rd one, sorry. Okay, so let's put that over here. And let's do a little gluing. So I'm going to put some glue down in here. And this guy, I mean, I can put some glue on it. You can leave it a little more free floating, whatever you want. Put it there. And then this piece right up there. Cute. And then this guy, same thing. Little glue there, little glue here. Have them go off the side. And again, I just changed my mind because, you know, of what I had die cut. But if you want, you can still do darker and lighters or whatever. Okay. So a little glue here. A little here. A little here. And something there. This poor guy has all the wind on him, apparently. Alright. Oh, some of the little arms on this one, they tuck the arm underneath. So let's, if we want to copy it, I left this right in front of us so we can kind of have an idea of what they're doing there. Okay, that's not working. You guys do that? Just bang it against your work surface. I don't mind that at all, but let's go ahead and pop these guys out. And... okay. I don't know what my kids are doing. They're awake. They're like, oh, you know, I tell them I would finish this up real quick, or I asked them about that. They're like, yeah, yeah. But I feel like they're rolling around on chairs or something up there. I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this one's supposed to be down here somewhere, so I'll just put a little bit of glue just to kind of hold that little guy. Cute. Okay. Let's bring this one over. It looks like this other one should have also been tucked under. So you saw I didn't put tons of glue, so I'll try to kind of lift this up as well as I can. Sorry, guys. Whenever I do that, it's always like a visible little bump, so I apologize for that. Just put it down there. And again, I'm kind of just leaving the little arms free. And then, there you go. How cute is that? And then we have another arm in the back if you want. That's interesting. Okay, so again, it's missing one little arm. So there can be one here, one here. You know, you don't have to even put an arm in the background. But if you wanted to, you need to run that die through one more time to get that third little arm kind of sticking up right here. Which I guess I will do because I do want that other arm. It's this straight one right here. So I'm just going to run it right here. So I'll have that in a moment. What is this? Something stuck to my washi over here. Okay. And then these guys. So again, if you want to put a little dimension in there, you can do that. The little hands kind of come around. I'm just going to put glue here. Cute. You can kind of see that. Just hooking it behind. That is so cute. It's cute already. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me run this one through so we have that extra arm. Okay, so I just wanted that one little arm. Again, I'm just making this one card right now, but if you're making several, just keep running them. Obviously, the whole thing. I just focus on that one little arm. It's so cute because they're like, oh. Okay. Let's bring their card base. And that's basically everything. I haven't stuck the book yet. I want to put these guys in the background. The little arms. Let me see how big this guy is. So cute. They're just singing their little hearts out. Okay. Let's go over here. I would put this guy up on dimensionals, but I'm going to put that little banner. And so I just feel like we'll just put him here for now. And his book can have a little dimension down the center, I think. I'm just going to cut this right here. Maybe a little bit smaller than that even. Just right down here. And then glue down here. So let's see. That is so cute. Okay. Oopsie. So there's a dimensional down there, but then I'm going to hold this down, okay? And I'm going to run our little banner through something metallic, maybe some silver metallic paper together like this. And if for some reason I need a background piece, I'll also run it through some white paper, just by this one by itself, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so there's what that looks like. Again, it pushes all the way through. So I am going to go ahead and put this back here. And you can drop shadow this if you like, you know, just slightly. But I'm just going to put some glue. Hopefully this will dispense some glue for me. Here we go. And those together. I'm going to hold these down, then I'll put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I will be right back. Okay, so there that is. Put little dimensionals on the back. And I think that is very, very cute. It's a fun card also for like kids to make, I think. How adorable is that? So there is our card with our snow notes. Very, very cute. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much, Spellbinders, for these items for review. I will have images coming up of the links again for the US and the UK in the description box. I hope you're all doing well. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.